And howdy. Welcome back to SciTrek, your sci-fi, TV, and movie channel.
Hello.
Welcome back to Sci-Fi Sundays. How are y'all?
Doing
Great.
good.
Kind of.
Doing as best we can.
Just let her rip last night. Sarah had stories about margaritas. Didn't hit us.
A Jimmy Buffett kind
I
of day.
may have overindulged in margaritas last night.
Oh my
I'm
God.
okay. I'm here.
From a Texan that now lives in Southern California, I don't think that is a possibility. I don't think there is too many in margaritas in the same sentence.
I don't know. I just don't know if Sarah's on green screen or is there a margarita hangover aura around her. I'm pretty sure it's the margarita hangover aura.
Yes, it's the aura. Totally the aura.
Around poor Sarah. Oh my, Sarah, I'm so sorry. You're glowing. Oh God, that's not a good glow for you, girl.
Oh no. Well, with all the craziness that's going on, we're just gonna be hanging out a little bit. You know, there hasn't been a whole bunch of new sci-fi this week necessarily. There've been some fun things. Obviously, we got some more Rick and Morty tonight. We got some more Murderbot and Resident Alien yesterday, which we need to catch up on just a little bit. But all kinds of good stuff. Y'all said y'all were just catching up on Foundation, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, it's really good. I like it. Yeah, very good.
This is the first time you watched it, right?
For me, yes. Yeah, I haven't watched it before. I've been wanting to, and I was like, well, with the new one coming out, I should get caught up before it starts. So that's what I'm doing. I'm behind on Murderbot though, but I'll catch up.
Before we dive in and talk a little Foundation, though.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Yep, I was just gonna mention that.
Yes, the Schwartz. Yes.
I almost forgot about that.
Yeah, I breezed through the entire first 2 seasons of Foundation this week, and I just wanted to make sure I was ready to go when it comes out. I think in July, when it's released in July. Man, this is my second or third viewing of it, and I missed so many things the first 2 times. So many things. They're not really Easter eggs, but they're little tiny bits of story, especially with Demerzel wrote the robot, and that I just missed the first time around. And some of the sequencing of which character, like was it Brother Day, Brother Dusk, or Dawn? Which one of the goes having the interaction with the robot Demerzel?
Which version of which one?
Yeah, it's like but you're in it, and then so yeah, it was they really, I needed to draw out a timeline chart of who's going to bed with who in what body,
Get the whiteboard out.
I swear, man, right? Exactly. But it was every time I watch it, it gets better, and I mean, I can't wait for season 3. It's just, I can't wait. There's a lot of sci-fi coming up on Apple. It's just going to. Apple's got what? There's another one with Jason Momoa series coming out.
His new one, not C, but the new one that he's doing, right?
It is not the series titled C. It is Warlord or something. Warlord something.
Chief of War. Oh, the Hawaiian Islands one. Oh yeah.
Yes. Looks.
I gotta check that out.
It's not sci-fi, but holy shit, does it look fantastic? What else is Apple releasing? Of course, the new. I'm not sure when. For All Mankind, the next one's coming out, but I think haven't they finished Principal Photography?
I don't know. I gave up on the show. It bored me. I know. You're shocked. I tried. I kept watching it. And I'm just like, I'm trying.
Also, the Apple has actually got something in the theaters coming up is at Formula One, F1. That with Brad Pitt, that looks really good too.
I already have my tickets.
Do you really? I'm proud of it.
My roommates and I have our 4DX tickets for the early Wednesday screening on the 25th. So we're gonna go just a few days early, and we're very excited. In 4DX, put me on the roller coaster with F1.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be awesome.
Oh, that'll be cool. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited. What is that? Oh, a drum roll. I was like, what is that?
For what? Just what's coming out.
It's gonna be so good. F1. I hope Joseph Kosinski, who's directing Tron 3, Tron Ares.
God, I don't know, but
I forgot about that coming out. There's a lot of stuff coming out this year.
The trailer really has me. I mean, my God.
It's Joaquin Morani. I recognize his name.
I can't tell you a thing he's done.
He did Pirates of the Caribbean, one of the later ones. Dead Men Tell No Tales. He did Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, Young Woman of the Sea.
Maleficent, that's where I recognize that name from. Yes, yes. Damn good job. Ooh, great movie.
And he did Pirates of the Caribbean 6. And I guess a couple others. Okay, cool. Because I was wondering if it was going to be Joseph Kosinski, because, he did Top Gun Maverick with Cruise. Right. And that was his second time working with him after Oblivion, that 2014 sci-fi movie that I hope just gets a little bit of love someday,
it's becoming a classic, I think. Oblivion is.
Pretty cool movie.
Rightfully so, I would have to say, is it totally got overshadowed by the other Tom Cruise sci-fi movie within the same 365 days. Edge of Tomorrow, or Live, Die, Repeat, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
All you need is kill, all the above. Because it's so good. So good. Railway Nation Gaming tossed in a fun one. Who would win Bo-Katan versus Darth Maul?
Bo.
Come on.
Bo couldn't go 2 rounds with Obi-Wan. Just saying.
Bo. But it's going to be Maul.
Yeah.
Maul got sent to the depths of hell by a trainee.
Yeah. We're definitely with you, Wade.
Some ponytail dude took him out. I'm just saying.
Both Oblivion and Edge of Tomorrow, both great. I hope we get some Joseph Kosinski back in there. I wonder if he's going to be a producer at least on Tron Ares. That'll be a fun little thing. Because he also did Tron Legacy, right? Was the last one Tron, right? Or am I crazy? Yeah. Okay.
The thing about the new trailer is it's like I didn't know where in the world they were going to go with the film because I try to stay away from all spoilers until something actually comes out from the filmmakers. And when I see all of these ships coming out and they're over fucking Silicon Valley, it was like, oh my God, I've got to see it. Oh, I remember. Bombed that place. That place has shitty pizza. Bomb that.
Oh no. Yeah. Go light your light bike in the middle of it, please.
Right. Yeah. Oh, there's Sunnyvale. Leave Sunnyvale alone. NASA place is there. Yahoo's there. I still love my Yahoo weather app, so don't mess with Yahoo. But that pizza place down mow that to the ground, please.
Leave Yahoo be. And Peter. Yeah.
Actually, that was Google that shut us down on Thursday, right? It was probably Google. Something with Google and their cloud server. I don't know.
That's right.
It was something on Google's end. It wasn't us.
Yeah, it was Google. It was like a cloud service, but it was almost like a StreamYard thing for all of StreamYards as well. So I don't know what happened. Oh, and of course, just to let y'all know, the internet spectrum today crapped out on me, so we're on a hotspot. So if things go crazy, you know why. But so far, so good.
Well, I'm out here in Las Cruces. All of our infrastructure is built by aliens. So, you know, we're solid.
Got the space magic to help.
Yeah.
It was perfect timing, Mike.
All right.
Okay, we are
this guy here, he's my IT tech. That dude there, he's the IT tech. Yeah.
Oh, that's John Boy, huh?
His server is going to stay up. I'm just.
Well, Foundation. Now y'all got me thinking about Foundation.
It's a beautiful show. I love how it's shot and everything. It looks great. The story's good too. But
are you familiar with Asimov's, like, obviously all the novels themselves, but have you read like them about how they are these different time periods, and they don't necessarily have Harry Seldon might still be there to some degree, but it's not necessarily all these other characters that are continuing throughout the story.
Yeah,
I haven't read it.
The main element that is different between the books, I think, and what's coming out from Apple is, and it's very clever. I think it's an improvement in the state of the of Asimov thinks it's an improvement. Is that instead of one emperor, they came up with the device of the genetic dynasty to keep the same factors going on, and so it's a continual play over many centuries between Empire and Seldon's group, the Foundation, and that would really added a lot of element to it, I think. Because the first book was only 180 some pages, I think. Foundation was just 180 some. It was a really short book. And they've really made a lot of it. I mean, a lot. They really took the source material and they ran with it. I remember how when it first came out, a lot of the Twitter sphere was all down about it because it just wasn't fast paced enough. And I said, dude, this is a story that takes place over 10,000 years. Sit down.
Yeah.
There's nothing fast paced.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, if you want something that's fast paced, man, F1 coming out.
Yeah.
If you want something where you got to exercise your noodle, Foundation.
Or
catch up on.
Get a little 3 body problem there just to get you deprived. Whistle.
Oh yeah.
Now Asimov had a lot of other books. One was also turned into a movie with Will Smith called I, Robot. It shifted away a little bit from the book, but this was about a robot that had a moral crisis, and I don't want to give it away, but it was an interesting moral crisis. And he had a whole robot series that is separate from Foundation. That you could say it was how Demerzel came to be. It's in that kind of the same universe, but it's 20,000.
Well, because she's all the Sunny stuff in iRobot, and just like the generalization of it almost leads into where Demerzel
right
begins, I guess.
Yeah, I mean the whole series was just it was just fascinating. And,
I have it on my bookshelf inside. It is the Robot Wars, right? Or is there another name for it?
Oh, I don't know if the whole collection was named something or not. It was just a robot series, back in the 70s. It was just called Robot series. Could be Robot Wars, but I thought Robot War wasn't that a manga? Wait a minute.
It's just Robot series, I guess.
I'm 62. Don't confuse me like this.
I think in universe they're called the Robot Wars, maybe.
Right. Like the Jutler and Jihad in Dune, right? Gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
Yeah, no. Which one's more accurate to the original story, you would think? Because I know you've read all of them. Would you say iRobot or Foundation, the series, was more accurate to their retrospective novels?
One of my criticisms of iRobot with Will Smith was it mostly just shared the title. I'm just saying, because it was the title. I mean, there were some elements there
that points to a degree.
Yeah, I mean,
concepts maybe
marginal point. Marginal, I would say, but Foundation is much more close to I mean, they get into the details of the Foundation and the second Foundation, and I'm not going to spoil for whatever else is coming up, but I think Foundation is more close, even with the divergence into Day, Dusk, and Dawn. You still have the strong character of Demerzel throughout the entire series. You still have Harry Seldon. You still have Terminus and the Destruction. I mean, all. So I think, even though it's 2 seasons, I'd say, and there has been a lot of diversion, I would say that Foundation was more close than iRobot. iRobot was just something.
I'm with you.
I mean, I still enjoyed iRobot, but it was not.
It's very much the more popcorn flick of the two.
It was a popcorn flick. You know, there was. I mean, it was very. I mean, there wasn't a lot of psychological analysis of the robot.
No.
It is Alan Tudyk, isn't it?
As Sonny?
Sonny? Is it Alan Tudyk or
was it? I don't remember.
Sonny and the robot?
But iRobot was more.
Tudyk. Sorry, I got excited.
Oh, you did you? Is that right?
Yeah, it was. I could have sworn it was.
All right, cool.
I think it's the first Alan Tudyk thing I ever saw.
How many robots has he played in his life? I mean, damn.
493.
493. Well, he's got that down pat.
Yeah. Oh, now he's an alien, right?
An alien and
posing as a doctor or something. I should watch that show. I have not.
Yeah, I need to get in on it.
Resident Alien's great.
Oh, I mean, of course, Firefly. It's the best.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
He was a leaf on the wind. Leaf on the wind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In Firefly, we're always talking about, okay, bring Alan Tudyk back as like the little ghost that haunts Mel or something like that, or Mal, excuse me. Why not digitize his consciousness into a robot in the series?
You could do that. Did they have that tech in Firefly though?
You didn't ever see them not.
Yeah.
I'm getting it mixed up with Solo, a Star Wars story.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say, because he's about to play a couple different robots, huh? Who would win in a fight, a robot or one of Superman's robots in the new Superman film?
I have not seen the Superman robots yet, so I couldn't say.
The only thing we got for those robots, I guess, are in the trailer, and it's them getting completely sawed in half by Lex Luthor's people. So I'm going with Sonny.
Yeah, I would too.
I feel like he's just smarter.
I guess. I'll just go with that.
It's what we know, at least. Yeah, LA is a bit wild right now. Quest.
Go hide. No one will find you in Mojave.
Yeah, observe natural evolutions. At last live, I showed up at it because of technical problems. We did give y'all a little warning just in case a minute ago. Because of, I think maybe because of the protests, they've gotten pretty close where I am. We might lose internet. We have lost internet, excuse me. So we're on hotspots. As long as the hotspots work, we're fine.
You are bandwidth restricted.
What?
What?
It's working fine for now. That's all about it.
Just knocking on wood, on glass. Thoughts on the new Superman trailer from this week? Monk says it was fire.
Oh, I gotta check it out.
I was really surprised. I was not really looking forward to another Superman movie, to be honest. I mean, it's not really my genre, but it looked really good, and it gives me high hopes for how the film turns out. So I've got my fingers crossed for it.
I'll watch it. I'm not really excited about it because I'm kind of burned out on the superhero stuff, but
I get that. I totally get that.
Yeah.
I want more robots.
Yeah. The trailers keep getting me a little bit more excited than I expected. I will give them that.
Here's a robot thought for everybody. As far as we know, from reports from NASA and scientists all around the world, Mars is the only planet solely inhabited by robots. Mars is the only planet, as far as we know, the only planet inhabited solely by robots.
By a robot. Or is there more than one?
Oh, honey.
Oh, okay.
They have little helicopters on there now, all kinds of
The helicopter and I think, let's see, Curiosity, and there was Opportunity, and even though
Curiosity meet Opportunity and have a child. Sorry.
I guess I know this. I just didn't
JPL. The awesomeness little JPL. But I saw a mock-up of Curiosity once upon a time, and I thought, I thought it was gonna be like a little small little thing. No, I'll leave it to America to land a monster truck on Mars, because that thing is huge. God, what a big package. No pun intended. But yeah, so thought of your day on robots is Mars is the only planet we know of in existence that is completely solely inhabited by robots. And the helicopter was really
makes sense. Maybe that's what we should always do in exploring the just send a bunch of
Well, now you're quoting Carl. Look at you.
No. David did bring up a point. I'm not burned out on Daredevil.
I'm not either. That's good. I'm enjoying that. That's good.
I have yet to watch it because I'm a schlub.
But it's more of it's not so much the action, explosions, crazy things going on. It's more of a refined story. It's more of makes you think about stuff or whatever.
Really?
Daredevil?
Yeah.
Daredevil. I mean, I know it has the actiony stuff in it, but it's not focused on that, where I feel like I'm burned out on the over the top action stuff.
For me, I keep when I hear Daredevil, I keep thinking of Daredevil with Ben Affleck. And it's let's go watch dog commercials. Let's go watch dog food commercials, because I can't stand it. I mean, I had no love in my heart over Daredevil with Ben Affleck. I just really didn't. And
no, it's not great.
So it is a higher level of intellectual entertainment than what that movie was.
Oh,
did you watch the 3 Netflix series or seasons?
No. I mean, I see Daredevil, I hear Ben Affleck,
right,
and it's like, and I go watch dog food commercials on YouTube.
The Netflix seasons
I play all
are excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the new stuff too.
I'll go give it a sample.
The more I think about it, I think the new stuff I'm kind of burned out on, being honest. It's trying to be intellectual, and it tries to take itself slow, and instead it just bored the hell out of me, because it's just retreading things that have already been treaded upon. I could see where they want to go with it, but we don't need Daredevil born again in the vast majority of this season. He's not. No spoiler here. It just is kind of a little small factoid, and you can kind of tell from the trailers and from the title, Born Again, he's not Daredevil for another 90% of this season. 90% of the season, he's not Daredevil. I don't need 5 years after we missed the last 5 years, plus 5 years in universe. So technically, we're about 10 to 12-ish years past the last season of Daredevil in universe. And
I mean, at some point in time,
being Daredevil,
couldn't the guy get an
No, that didn't bother me. I like the story.
I really like the story. I think in the first few episodes they were pacing it better, and by the end, it was just the fact that it ended the way it didn't end. It didn't end. We're in the middle of the story, and they called it the end of a season 1. If you know you're doing that, just give us the full thing. We'll be a little patient and wait longer, because now they've lost a lot of the viewing audience that they would have for it, and they didn't get half the audience they expected, which is crazy. But they didn't.
I think the perfect ending to Daredevil was him getting like an eye organ donation. Just he gets
robot eyes.
he can now see. He can chuck the stick. you know, and maybe settle into a life in just Hell's Kitchen as just being a fucking lawyer, traffic lawyer. That'd be fine. Just saying. That's how the story should end. He stays in court. He's got his new eyeballs from an organ donor. I don't know, from some criminal, from some other world beyond. Doesn't matter. Get him some new eyeballs, for God's sake.
Mm-hmm.
The Daredevil Born Again episode, there was one episode that was strictly a law episode.
Really?
Might have been the best one.
Really? Oh my
It was
God.
really
Okay, I gotta check. I'll give it a sample. Pinky swear.
Yeah, I don't know. I really hope for that. Obviously, the cast is phenomenal, and they have such a dedicated crew to do it. I mean, they got the vast majority of the people back from the old show to do it. Just
right for a period of time for some of them.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a mixed bag on Daredevil. The more I think about it, the more mixed I become on the bag, I guess. I'm just like, I don't know.
I really enjoyed it. I know it wasn't like totally exciting every minute, but I enjoyed it.
Well, I guess I don't need it to be exciting because my favorite episode was the law episode. I needed to make sense, and it didn't make sense to me. I was like, this is you're starting from ground one again instead of picking up the story at where it needs to be. And although She-Hulk, I don't think helped this series at all. I would actually assume She-Hulk probably I can't speak. Daredevil showing up in She-Hulk probably lessened a lot of the people that were willing to view this series. If I had to guess, I'm making an assumption, and assuming can make an ass out of you and me. I understand it, but
right.
We're going with it anyway. There.
I didn't watch She-Hulk.
Oh, well, that helps. That definitely helps. Didn't help anything. I just don't think they knew how they wanted to pace this series. And I think that's pretty evident in just the way they split it into half. And they're like, okay, we're not going to focus on that second half right now. We'll just get this done, and we'll do this bit later and try to figure it out.
Well, there was that whole thing where they rewrote and reworked a lot of it, too. And maybe they just didn't have enough time to get it perfected before they had to do it.
Yeah, but I get that, but also, hey Disney, hey Marvel, we know the litmus test that you need to hit right now. It didn't hit it. I think audiences enjoyed it. We're really angry at the last episode, especially that it wasn't even the last episode. It was literally the middle of the season. Yeah. It's funky. Madison is with two N's, one Y, but it's not where you think. That's funny. That was the best part of She-Hulk. If she were to pop back up with some Wong in there, it'd be funny. But yeah, I don't know. Are you more excited for Marvel going forward, or I guess jumping into the DC stuff? Or like Sarah was saying, are you just worn out, y'all?
So I finally got around to watching the latest Captain America movie with Harrison Ford, and I know now why I put it off for so long. It was, how could the general turned president been such a flaming butthead and then become about reconciliation and moving forward and getting the Avengers back together? And then if you consider all of the shit that happened in the Infinity War and leading up to the Infinity War, the president has one small thing happen. Oh my God, no, fuck the Avengers. We're going to move forward. We're going to have this other plan. We're going to get, and I got to take my pills. And it was just, what in the ever loving hell was that movie? So,
yeah. And sorry, David, we got to do a little spoilers. It's been 6 months. It's been 6 months.
Have we suffered that long? Was it 6 months? I could have sworn it's like 8 years we suffered under.
Maybe it was February. It might have been 4.5, 5.
And
I should watch it, I suppose, just because I do this and I should be up on all these things. But I just am kind of like, oh, can I wait? Can I spend 2 hours of my life or whatever watching it? I don't know.
If you want to watch a new Marvel movie, watch Thunderbolts. I'm actually sad that one's not making
that.
Really? Yeah, I've avoided it because of just burnout. So is it decent? It's decent?
It's excellent.
Really?
Okay. Right next door is excellent.
I'll add it to my watch list.
It's a bit different than the usual Marvel stuff, I think. I mean, it has the same elements, but
right.
A little bit a different thing.
The biggest eye roll that, well, yes, the new Avengers, technically. Yes, of course. Either one of those titles works for the film, by the way. But what would you say? They both ended in a similar way. Is it scratchy? Are we back?
No, you glitched for a second, and I thought, did we lose you? But you came back. Hopefully you stay back.
I just want to say, I think the acting by Anthony Mackie, for Brave New World was really good. It's just the story was.
Yeah, he's good.
I mean, how the hell did Bucky become a congressional candidate? It seems like that was an awful big jump from, Infinity War and more in Patriots and the Winter Soldier. How? I mean,
especially given his history and stuff. Like, how did you?
Still got this, I'm guessing he still has the Soviet arm. I mean,
well, now he's got the Wakandan arm, but also U.S. and Wakanda aren't necessarily. I think they're technically allies, but Wakanda's not technically anyone's ally at the same time. I mean, literally all of
they're Wakanda. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And anyway, it was just like, oh, Bucky's here. He's in the movie. He's going to make it. He's a Congress. What? He's got to go to a fundraiser. Is it a children's hospital? No, it's a political campaign.
Yeah.
Look, everyone's saying, looking at today's world, Bucky becoming congressman is totally possible. It's possible. We got a football player as a politician.
Oh, that is spot on, man. Hell yeah. Okay, now I see it. Right. Yeah. Why not?
I guess he does have the excuse of being brainwashed or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But wouldn't the worry be that, hey, you were brainwashed?
Yeah.
Exactly. Soviet victim of brainwashing. Instant candidate material. Hell yeah. Put him in office.
One brainwashed Hydra assassin somehow getting elected is just.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
No, that's funky. They do play well with it, I guess, in Thunderbolts.
I mean, that just threw me off the whole plot. It was like, wait. What? I thought it may have had something to do with Red Hulk, but it didn't. No, it was just this. Let's throw in Bucky.
Oh, well, it ending up in a correlative story with Red Hulk would make too much sense. Way too much logical.
Let's not have that. Yeah. We cannot.
What? And it's nothing against Anthony Mackie. It's nothing against the character of Falcon either.
No. But Falcon I thought was excellent. Falcon and Will I thought was
yeah, it was a lot of fun. I guess there's some
top buddy movies.
But the one scene with Bucky in Captain America, Strange New World, I think. Yeah, the new one. Brave New World. Whatever.
Mm-hmm. Too many new worlds.
The one scene of Bucky proved why he should have been Captain America over Falcon in that sense. It was like Falcon has so much more to learn. He's literally a kid compared to both Bucky and Cap. And Bucky and Cap have that idealized 40s America that they strive for, but they know it's not possible. So they try to meet it in the middle somewhere, where Falcon is just kind of like, I'm hoping for the best, y'all. And you love the energy, but he doesn't know how to get from point A to point B. Where Steve and Bucky literally have decades of roadmaps. of what to do and what not to do. And it's the easiest thing in the world. Just we saw the ending of Brave New World, right? I guess. Sorry, spoiler here, Sarah. Anthony Mackie, the way Falcon, the way he talks. I mean, the way he gets Red Hulk down is, "Hey, big guy.
Big guy.
Let's chill out and let's stop.
Sunsetting. Yeah.
You're the Hulk right now. You don't want to be the Hulk, buddy. Here." I was really expecting to have a joint at some point. Was like, come on, like.
And I tell you, I mean, they made Harrison Ford look like something from The Walking Dead after he got. I mean, I know he's old, but damn, give the man a steak. Just saying. Strangled dude worms, and it was just like, oh yeah, that was Sente Rangel. Oh yeah, that was perfect. I love that.
Even if they went the route
right
of talking down Red Hulk, they don't have Liv Tyler, Senator Thunderbolt Ross's daughter, in the movie for much, but then they do. And it's like, okay, you had her for an afternoon or 2 afternoons to film. Have her do the one talking scene that was obviously on green screen already in the movie, and have her talk down her father. And that way you get that Betty Ross talking down the Hulk again versus, let Falcon do it. Or let Cap do it. Yeah. Let Captain Falcon do it real quick, or whatever's going on.
Lots of missed opportunities.
The comparative thing that we were talking about with Thunderbolts there, though, is Thunderbolts also talks down its villain at the end. But it does so beautifully and purposefully versus, oh, how are we going to do this? Let's just try it,
Well, it makes sense because it's that's, I think, the thing I liked about the movie is the whole mental health angle they went with. I thought was something different. It wasn't like the typical, superhero movie thing.
That was original, and I will applaud for that. But I'm just saying, now I know why I didn't go see it in the theater. I waited until it came out for free on Disney Plus, and regretted my life choices. Now I need a margarita.
Yeah.
It's past noon. It's go time.
Yeah.
You said it's Sunday. It's the weekend.
Oh, hell yeah!
Now I want a margarita.
Girl, you go have you a margarita. You go right ahead. I believe it.
Was there lightning?
It was very, very frightening. Galileo. Sorry. I went back to the 70s.
I believe this is sarcasm.
I would go with that.
But even if it's not sarcasm, like, mental health is almost like, oh, you gotta do nowadays. It's all right, it's everywhere. Even with that thought, Thunderbolts, it does it well. Does it so well that you don't even think about it. Maybe until afterwards, more so. But it's not one of those things like for the sake of it. Like Brave New World felt like, oh, this is for the sake of it at the end. Oh, you couldn't think of a better ending, or you didn't want to spend the money on a better ending.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
There's one of these two options. Where Thunderbolts, it felt.
Uh-oh.
Did we lose him?
You're back.
Oh, he's moving again. Oh, I can hear
it like 3 times in the last 2 minutes. I'm just like, please work.
Pins and needles, bro.
Just a little longer. Hold on.
But I'm really a strong advocate of mental health, and I like seeing it presented in the movie. But if it's a superhero movie, you would think it wouldn't be as something as mundane as, dude, you need some Prozac, bro. I mean, you've got PTSD. and at some point in time, I think it's kind of demeaning to people who really do have PTSD. Give them some sort of, I don't know, plutonium microbe, that they got off of some, experiment gone awry that was, came from outer space.
Mhm.
It's like, how did the microbe get to Earth? Oh, wait a minute. I think I'm describing an alien movie. Alien Earth coming now.
August 12th. I'm excited. It's the one show I'm like, yeah.
I can't wait for that to come out.
I know it looks so good. Yeah.
Noah Hawley, anything and everything. Please, 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 please.
Mm-hmm.
I literally showed last, I think it was Wednesday. One of our roommates' brother-in-law came over and little niece jumped in the pool, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a little fun day. And as the little one knocked out and his wife had to go do some homework and finish up something, they're just sitting around for a couple hours. What should we do? We started talking about Alien for some reason.
As you do.
Mm-hmm.
And
as you do.
a dude had never seen Alien Romulus yet. He'd only seen Alien and Alien 2. And he was like, or Alien, excuse me. And after that was like, I watched Alien 3, and if David Fincher couldn't do it for me, I haven't watched any other since. And I said, we're watching Romulus right now. And he sat down there for 2 hours.
Yeah, it's great. So good. Oh, love that. I know, I was just thinking, I need to watch it again. I need to watch everything Aliens, all the movies before the series starts.
That's a good idea. That'd be fun. That'd be a good little alien-themed sci-fi Sunday that week.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for me, there was I really enjoyed 2 things about Alien 3 that I thought was exceptional. The beginning, the intro of how the alien got out and everything caught on fire. That sequence, that no narration, it's just the events happening before they landed on the prison planet. I thought that was very well done, and you can tell that was all Fincher. And if Fincher had been allowed to shoot the rest of the movie with his style, I think it would have been excellent. The other thing was there was an actor, Pete Postlethwaite. I'm not sure how you pronounce his last name, but he was in it, and his acting was immaculate. And Postlethwaite has always been an immaculate actor, classically trained British actor, and just amazing in everything. And one of the things that Steven Spielberg was so impressed with him, he says at some point in time, I've got to shoot a movie with Postlethwaite because he's such a great actor. And they finally made that come true in Jurassic Park 2 or 3. I forget which one it was. But yeah, so that was the treasures of
2.
2. Okay. So that was the treasures of Lost World of Jurassic Park. So that was the treasures in Alien 3 was Postlethwaite's acting. And he had a minor part. He was just a his most memorable line in it was "fuck you 85," and that was kind of it. But he worked so well with Sigourney Weaver in a couple scenes, and it was just really a treasure to watch it. And that opening intro where David Fincher was really not dicked with from the studio or somebody, a producer or whatnot. I mean, I showed the potential of that movie, and I think the production of it was so fiddled with by higher ups that it wasn't Fincher's issue. It was clearly the studio's issue. I've said my piece.
I'm with you.
I'm just saying.
There's a reason Fincher's had the career he's had after that. All it needed was just a little push, and he had a little bit of a push from Alien, and I guess the studio kind of grabbed the full push from him. But I still think there's a lot of good left in Alien 3. I do get my roommate's brother-in-law saying, that one wasn't as good as the first 2. I'm not going to watch what came after that, Alien versus Predator, then Alien versus Predator Requiem, or I don't think
the Prometheus series, but I will, but
Yeah.
Alien, the original Alien was, dude, that was a masterpiece. That it was just, oh well, it wasn't as good as the original. Well, no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, that's gonna be kind of hard to do.
Da Vinci did a lot of shitty sketches before he got to Mona Lisa. I'm just saying, not all of his work was impeccable. It's good, but it wasn't Mona Lisa great.
Yeah.
Just saying. I've got opinions this morning. You invited me on. Got a
They're
deal.
Good. Please. And Alien Ramos, they had the prototype pulse rifle that was 20 years after Alien.
I want a pulse rifle. Why can't I have a pulse rifle?
I know we all should have one.
The aliens landed just up the road. Why don't I have a pulse rifle yet? I'm just saying. I'm really disturbed.
There is a consensus. Is this a Cthulhu behind you, Stormy?
I know this is my IT tech right over here. This is my IT tech.
Megamind, yeah.
Yeah.
Megamind.
What were we saying the other day looked like Megamind? Oh, it was on Farscape.
Oh, yeah.
That guy looked like Megamind. That's what we were just talking about.
With his little eyes.
Yeah.
And then his little ventilator just popping up right there. Little bagpipe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Have you watched Farscape, Stormy?
Girl, of course I have. I watched it when I was trying to chase it down originally on Fox. It's a Tuesday and Wednesday. No, it's gonna be on Friday. No, it's gonna be it's off the air.
Sci-fi. Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, but I love me some Farscape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're enjoying our watch through. You people should.
I've never seen it. It's so cool so far. We're loving
it. Mm-hmm.
Going back to Jim Henson there for a second? Mm-hmm. Is it Netscape that picked up Sesame Street?
PBS.
No, I think somebody.
No, then it was on PBS, but then it went to HBO, and then it just moved to. I think it is Netflix.
Yeah, because Sesame Street got cut by the current administration from NPR. Now I think NPR is on the chopping block too. Mm-hmm. I think Jim Henson Studios it's rolled over to another streaming network. Interestingly enough, and no longer on.
I think it is Netflix, and that's just recent.
Yeah,
I think
for Jim Henson Productions.
Yeah,
that.
I want to work for Jim Henson Productions so bad. Just
can you imagine how cool that would be? Either put me on Lucas Ranch or Jim Henson Production. Either one would be an insane learning experience, don't you think?
Oh yeah, just to be around just hanging out, be a fly on the wall would be interesting.
Oh yeah. For every element of it, just to watch the masters work, and the masters of acting, of puppeteering, of producing all of that together,
right?
To be a part of that at any time, oh my god!
Yeah,
to be a part of that in any way would just be amazing.
Just being able to, if you were just, lucky enough to be the dude cleaning the break room, you'd come out with an MFA, after 6 months, in film studies. I'm just saying,
you could. Yeah.
One of those sets I feel like you could learn more on than maybe another 4 years of other sets, and maybe even really good sets, but just the way they work is just obviously you have to think about the way post-production is going to come into play prior to doing anything. So it's just the most efficient way of filmmaking as well as the hardest way possible. The only way harder is probably claymation, it's so good.
But there's guys that on YouTube, Play-Doh and an iPhone, and they do amazing stuff. I'm just but
I wouldn't have the patience to do it. The patience of having to do each. I just could. I couldn't do it.
So, just as a piece of advice, we have a lot of people in our audience, from time to time, to want to go to film school or want to learn the trade or how do I get into films. Mm-hmm. And Harris, I don't know if you've ever participated in one of these, but there's a thing called the 48-hour film festival.
I haven't participated, but I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so it's like this contest or you get a bunch of groups together, a writer, a producer, a cinematographer, some actors, and at the beginning, at least when I participated, you went to a bar in Greensboro and you got a packet, right? And you were assigned a prop, a line of dialogue, and a genre.
Mm-hmm.
So when I did it, our genre was mockumentary, and our line was, I think it was "See You Later," and the prop was a softball. And so you have 48 hours to write the script, shoot everything, rehearse, shoot everything, edit, lay in the music, and deliver it to wherever you picked up your production package from in 48 hours. And then they watch everything and see who did the best job in 48 hours.
That sounds like fun. Actually, it would be hard, and you wouldn't sleep for 2 days. But
you're shooting on 3 shifts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I have. I don't think I slept once at all. As soon as they were shooting stuff, I was doing the editing, so they give me the reels or they give me the digital files, and I'd be putting them together to edit everything together. I was doing the titles, I was doing everything. But if you really want to get your feet wet, I mean, it is a deep dunk into the art of filmmaking. I would recommend trying to find a 48-hour film festival in your location. I don't think they hold it every year, but get in line for that.
Back, kind of. Oh yeah, I have some friends who have done it for the last couple of years, and I think I was in Cameroon 2 years ago. But this last year, I really wanted to do it, and I don't think I did it. It's such a cool little thing. To do all that and then find your actors in that same amount of time, have them wrap their head around the script that you try to run in real quick. They're probably improvising some lines. It's just so. I wish short films could have a resurgence of sorts. I just don't know how to make that happen. Sincerely.
Back in when AOL first launched, actually was a freelancer for them at some point in time for the Independent Film Forum in Keyword Hollywood. And we would regularly talk about and discuss and promote short films, because we felt that short films was an easy way for a filmmaker to get, especially with the bandwidth constrictions of AOL at the time and everything. This was pre-YouTube. And we would host 5-minute films. And then we had like 10. It wasn't a big thing. But yeah, there was a lot of filmmakers that show up for these chats. There's also one for screenwriters. And that's the way I met Carol Burnett. God, she was amazing.
Hey,
she was fucking amazing.
Cool.
And so anyway, short films, man, are really, there used to be a whole sci-fi streaming service that was just sci-fi short films. I'm not sure. I can't remember the name of it. I can't remember the name of it, but it was a whole.
Sounds like a cool idea.
Yeah, it was a whole thing for a decade or so. It was just a streaming platform just for short sci-fi films. And there was a series. I think it starred. Is it Renee O'Connor, the sidekick in Xena Warrior Princess? Is that her name? Anyway, it was somehow she was transported into this ship. And there's lots of people that was transported into this ship from different time periods, and is trying to figure out their way through the ship. And that was just now I got to figure out what that streaming service was. But anyway, yes, short films.
I feel like I know what you're talking about. There's a channel on YouTube called Dust, and Dust is nothing but short films for sci-fi, and it is amazing.
So it survived to YouTube, huh? So
was it originally titled Dust as well, and it just translated into YouTube?
It was originally like I think it was just dustfilms.com or something like that, and it was kind of its own streaming service, is just its own website, and then it got more and more content, and the whole thing just, I don't know. It became very difficult to manage the back end, I guess, with the money that they were making, because they weren't making any money. It was a startup to begin with. And so, but because I'm glad to hear, I'm hoping all the backlog of those films are still on YouTube, because it was just really good stories, really good stories.
It might be hard to put all those on there just because you'd have to figure out all the rights for everything, of course. But if they did, the only way for them to really make money off of that would probably be to put it on YouTube, which is
or
just that has to be them.
Yeah.
Yes, dust is everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. AFK Star Wars shorts are great. There are a bunch of good Star Trek shorts as well. I guess.
Yeah, there was a time when doing like a lot of shows were doing like web shorts.
Yeah.
Stuff as like additional content or whatever.
They are controversial, but they did send us the fun little USS Ares for the Star Trek shorts for the old Axonar group.
Okay, so concerning the Renee O'Connor series, it was called Arc from 2009. Starred her. There was 9 episodes. It's starring her and Adam Carden. Here's the description from IMDb: 2 strangers, a man and a woman, from separate times, wake up with no memory aboard a huge bioship. They must work together for answers as to where they are and why they are there. So so that was, it was a bunch of little short films, but I just remember falling in love with them, and they were just so good.
Well, there's so many great little things. Like everyone is bringing up here, webisodes for Battlestar Galactica between seasons were awesome. Ronald Moore knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah.
Quest brought up a great point. Stargate Origins was a short web series. Yeah. Origins was a web series. Yeah, but so was the Kino episodes in between Stargate Universe.
Oh, right. Universe did that too. Yeah. I remember like around that time, like every show seemed to be doing that. I think 24 even did some of those. But, yeah.
Well, wasn't there a series from Battlestar Galactica, Razor something or another?
I will Google it real fast. BSG short series.
Or maybe I'm thinking of something else.
No, Quest says Razor, yes.
Okay.
Oh, it was just Razor. It wasn't Razor something. It was just Razor. Because I know I wanted to say Razorback, and I know that's a completely different series. Razorback
was a prequel for Adama.
Yeah. I think I very vaguely remember that, but yeah.
Okay. One of the ways I feel like, and whenever I get the I would say the pleasure, but more so, it would definitely be a pleasure, but it's also a headache and a lot of work. Whenever I get the opportunity to direct a feature film of some sort, eventually down the line, I've always thought any film I direct, I would like to put a short film in front of. I like Disney. It's not necessarily because I want to do it like Disney, but I do like that Disney films typically still have those little animated shorts, or at least Pixar, excuse me. And I feel like that would be a really fun kind of tradition to get going again throughout film.
I totally agree. I mean, going back to give short filmmakers an opportunity to be seen. And back in my day, when Fire was only in black and white, every movie had a short film in front of it. It was like a cartoon, usually it's like Warner Brothers or something else.
Oh, right.
Or it was a short little. I remember there was like a series of. It was like almost like a serialized but consolidate. A one-off kind of adventure story. Some dude in South America or Africa chasing lions or trying to find Egyptian gold or something. It was like a 4 or 5 minute short story like that. And I think some of them were adopted by radio plays, which were, easy to do. And so I remember those all. Go to the drive-in, and you see like 4 films, 2 shorts, and you have the
features following.
2 features, right? You'd be there till midnight. And the kids are all exhausted. Finally, the parents are getting some peace and quiet because the kids are sacked out in the back. And but yeah, I'm totally down for that. I would love to see that. Yeah. The cartoon before the film. Yeah, Mike Saget, absolutely. It used to be a thing. And I mean, it was. You would feel cheated if you didn't have a short film or short cartoon before the feature. During World War II, they didn't have. Sometimes they would have cartoons. They have propaganda cartoons produced by Disney. Disney, you could get a whole collectible tin of these World War II cartoons that Disney did. But also, if it wasn't one of those, if instead of the regular cartoon, you would have a newsreel that would, because no one had TVs back in the 40s. I mean, there wasn't a thing until the Apollo program in the 60s that it became a household thing. So people would get their news from the movie theater. They'd go see the 5-cent show. They get like 15 minutes of news from newsreels with a narrator, produced. I think it was the Department of the Army I think it's the Department of the Army that shot most of these. I think also the Department of the Navy also shot some.
Okay.
Like news from the Pacific, and it'd show everything that was going on. And of course, it was all, pro-America, but it did. I mean, they did show the hardships of soldiers suffering on the East, in Europe and in the Pacific theater. And it was just a tumultuous time. But yeah, that has been a tradition, showing a short film before a feature. 80 years? Is my math right? I can't be right. No, that's right. I'm so old. I need to read it. Yeah, news came before the movies. Yeah. The good old days, yes.
Well, I just love the idea of bringing stuff like that back to some degree. I think we have to keep movie theaters not relevant, but to keep people excited about stuff. I think we have to minimize all the freaking commercials, because if you're paying $25, $30 to go sit down in a movie theater sometimes before you go buy $15 to $20 freaking popcorn and drinks, you're not paying. You're paying there to be there on time. You're not paying there to be there 20 minutes, 40 minutes later. John Campea, his show, he has a really good about 15, 20 rants of this. You could probably Google it pretty easily and find them. He gets worked up about it. And I agree with him, honestly, on that in a big ways, where I'm not paying there for 30. I'm not paying to sit and watch the same commercials I saw on YouTube 40 minutes before I got to the movie.
Right.
Or the commercials that made me say, oh, yeah, I want to go see a movie today. Because I already saw those commercials. I'm not paying to go sit there to wait another extra hour. Yeah. I'm not saying put newsreels before movies nowadays. I don't think newsreels work well before movies now.
You don't need that. Yeah.
It is outdated before they load the film,
Right. Well, nowadays, if we're going to do something like that, or we're to do something like that, I think it'd be great if the director of the film itself were to have a fun little idea that introduced the concept of the film to kind of like prime people for what they're about to watch. That, or hey, most films might have a director, but they also have a first assistant director as well. Let that first AD make a little short film and say, hey, this was like the second-hand person for the entire film. This was the number 2, the right-hand person. This is what they can do too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. It would be nice.
Well, back in the day too, there wasn't advertising. Like I remember when you'd go to a movie theater and there were no ads. It was just trailers for other movies, and then you'd watch the movies. So, but now like it's all so much advertising. It would add so much time to try to put a short film in there too. It'd be nice, but
because the people would be just as angry about the short films as they would the commercials. Some people would. But also, I think there would be a way that you could kind of get it in people's heads that, hey, this is more for your dollar. You're not paying more for the short film. You're paying the same amount as you were for the film, and now you're getting an extra little thing for your dollar.
Yeah.
To go along with
the what? Sorry.
You know what'd be a cool idea? You know, in your monster popcorn bucket, it comes with a little QR tag. You know, you and then you get to see a free like preview of the movie you're getting ready to see. That'd be a nice idea. But you have to get the ultra huge bucket of popcorn to get the link, and it's like in the bottom of the popcorn bucket. So you got to eat all the popcorn too.
And maybe that's shovels in there, extra bags and shovels.
Right. Well, I had 40 pounds of popcorn, but I got to see a 3-minute short on zombies. It was awesome.
Dig into the bottom of the bucket every time.
Exactly.
You just dump it
out. Before we jump in and talk about what we have watched this week, y'all, I was gonna ask y'all a little question. Put some feelers out there. Because I don't know what I want to do. But our good friend Greg, of course, our Greg the Ghoul, our radical wastelanding Greg. Come check us out on Fridays, y'all. Y'all know he has, I think, 5 or 6 theaters that he runs, and a lot of those theaters have more than just one actual theater space within those theaters. One of these specific theaters he runs is him and his wife Jen run are the Madnani theaters, and there this summer, or the end of the summer, excuse me, into like August, September-ish area, I believe. They're doing Mythic Fest, which is a sci-fi and fantasy themed set of plays. And it's just like a little fun little run of plays and stuff like that. We'll even do this real quick. I think we can get Greg to make sure they don't copyright us.
Hey y'all, Greg here from the Stagecrafts, and I'm here at the Madnani Theater in Hollywood today to announce Mythic Fest, the latest event in our series of mini performing arts festivals. Just like last year's wildly successful holiday-themed festival, Frosty Fest, Mythic Fest is a genre-based performing arts festival, only this time it's sci-fi fantasy. So come on and bring us your production of RoboCop the musical, because we'd buy that for $1. You got a one-man show about Gollum and how he managed to kick his addiction to the precious? Oh, we wants it. Interpretive dance about the nature of existence is told from the perspective of the monolith from 2001: A Space Odyssey? Hell yeah.
Hell maybe yeah.
So that's the general gist of that.
Right.
That
sounds awesome.
I hope he hasn't mentioned it much over the last year on stream or anything like that, because I saw it about 2 weeks ago. It was like, did Greg not tell me about this? Because I need to do something for that. What should we do? I feel like I either want to, get a little 48-hour something going, obviously 48 hours, but a little something fun, that, or if y'all can help me brainstorm just a little bit. We have Greg's running the thing. And Greg is part of SciTrek, so maybe we could figure out like a fun little like live to do during the festival, or a fun little set of something to do, like a fun interactive something, like, hey, have safety guy lead something, or I don't know.
Hey, you know what? What we could do is we could pitch new Stargate series.
Yeah.
And each of us come up with like 3 ideas or 2 ideas.
Yeah.
And just new series. I mean, I've already got one. I've got like 3 pages of notes for a new Stargate series, but I don't, I'm new writers get, but it's a good one, man. Harris, I'll talk to you later after the show. But I had this idea of like, they won't be doing this. And this may actually get Brad Wright a job. But wouldn't it be cool if we just, people come on and they just pitch their Stargate ideas?
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Stargate fan films.
Well, the thing is, because that would be fun, but would we open it up to the people in the audience?
They can submit their ideas.
Yeah.
You know,
For them.
try to make it a little fun, interactive kind of thing.
Sure.
Because I know it's about a 50-person theater is what it sits out. Doesn't mean there's going to be 50 people there every time, but hopefully, you get close. Oh God, Quest! I can't even put that one on there. Hey, there we go.
They could be rom-coms. They could be, just straight up romance novels, or I don't know, some of the fairy-based romantic comedies probably wouldn't be allowed on YouTube, considering the genre these days, the overly sexualized genre of face smut. But yeah, it's so we shouldn't do those. But yeah.
Well, David brought up a really good one here: a live poker scene from Fallout New Vegas with a ghoul, plus others sat around the table telling short stories while playing cards. I've got a round poker table sitting outside right now. I already have the set ready.
That is genius, man. And who came up? Was that David? David.
That was David.
Brain is admirable. Love it.
Where? My cell phone fell down somewhere. I need to take a picture of that. There it is. Oh no, it fell down further.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, found it. Okay. I'm taking a picture of that, David. Surprise. Hey, Al. Where are we?
So let me just it took me a while to look all this up. Just to go back to the short film kind of thing. Short films used to be a really big thing on DVD. There was this there's a film festival that occurs in Durham, North Carolina every year. I think it's still every year, called the Full Frame Documentary Film Festival. And it was like one of the film festivals I used to always go to. Anyway, they had a series every year. They would put out, a DVD of documentary shorts, award-winning documentary shorts. And these were really, really good, but they were short films. And there's like a whole series of like 6 or 7 of them that you can get, and they're just amazing. There was another series called Film Fest DVDs, and issue 1 was from Sundance, short films, and you'd get like shorts with Robert Carlyle in them, Altman in them, and they were amazing. All these are collector's items, and these things came back out, in the 90s, I think. So they're kind of hard. You can probably track them down on eBay. There's a couple available on Amazon, but these are a whole series of short films. The ones from Film Fest is mixed genre. The ones, of course, from the Full Frame Documentary Film Festival is just documentaries. But I would, if you're really into that, Film Fest, Film-Fest, and then the other one is Full Frame. So that's okay. I'm done with short films. Sorry.
All right.
Thank you for your patience.
I have them Googled. I'm ready.
Good.
Because Damien had a really good little idea too, right there. Quick picture off the top of his head. Routine mission goes through the gate, goes wrong, and takes him to the side of the very first gate. No other gates exist for them to escape through, or do they? Which that would be a fun little thing, and then it would set it up for as many little things that you wanted to do after the fact too.
Yeah.
Monk was talking about some searching stuff. The John Cho.
Yeah. It was very young Gandalf. Oh, I like that.
Evil Burling.
Searching short. All
right, Harris, your phone is.
Harris, what's wrong with you? And you're You're getting awful fuzzy.
I definitely didn't set my phone directly next to everything right there. Might have been it a little bit.
Searching.
I like these. Searching meets Stargate. That's fun.
That would be cool.
Well, okay, that's fun. We need to figure out a little something, because that would be fun to have like a SciTrek production, a little fun little thing going. It's not the focus, it's tear gas. Don't make me laugh. I've got too much tear gas in my eye. Come on. You know what? I did look at this in the box that's sitting over here whenever I stood up to try to find my phone a second ago. I think Sarah has seen this. The goal was to not show it to anybody until we got all of SciTrek hopefully together later in the year. We know we can't get our Brits this year, sadly, for LA Comic-Con. But hopefully we can still maybe get the rest of us. But because the fun little surprise I was waiting to show Jay and everybody essentially for a while is
I forgot what it was.
Off camera. Or I'll have to show him on camera on another day or something, you know. I did get a fun little knick-knack a couple months back. That might be near and dear.
Oh, I kind of remember now. I'm trying to remember. I think I remember what it was now. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It is pretty damn cool. And I think it's my favorite and really my only, not my only, I guess I have a few other little Stargate themed things, but mostly like stickers and stuff like that. This is my only truly nice piece of Stargate something so far.
Oh, now that is fancy with the celluloid on the side.
Well, you know, I need to take that off of it whenever I actually find the right place to put it. But it is a film strip from, let's see if I can take this off and actually show you properly. Was it a David? This, let me see if I can get close enough and it not be blurry. But it's them finding the gate for the first time.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I remember you showing me that now. Yeah.
It's kind of hard to see there.
Yeah, and it's from the original film.
Yeah, this is the original Stargate film. And from them finding the gate for the first time right before they call Daniel Jackson. Spader Daniel Jackson. What?
Yes. Well, that was forever ago.
So, yeah, I'm excited about that. There aren't any autographs from the cast or crew on there, but one crazy thing that this company sent with this was a complete Harry Potter signed cast and crew from the original film thing, and I have everybody's signatures right there. It's actually insane.
Holy shit! What's your address? I need to rob you. I'll blame it on ice.
That's too easy nowadays. Watch out.
And I have Alan Rickman's signature on there too.
Yeah, I can point down and kind of show you some of them. There's Canthart, which I believe is just Kenneth Branagh just signing his own thing there. But there's Maggie Smith. There's
cool. Oh yeah, you got Maggie
Richard
Smith too.
Harris.
That's cool.
Yeah, Richard Harris there.
Oh yeah,
man,
that is cool.
I used to like you so much.
Rupert Grint right there. Daniel Radcliffe.
It's like you can't tell what it is.
Who's the other Richard? Richard Sindhilt or something like that? Robbie Coltrane. Yeah, there's Robbie Coltrane right there.
Oh, good deal.
Emma Watson above Daniel Radcliffe. So we got Hermione, Harry, and Ron.
Right.
Boom, boom, pow. JK's right there. Best wishes.
Oh, you're getting glitchy on him.
Glitch,
John Hurt. Is that John Hurt?
Nice.
Yeah.
Up in here.
Yeah.
And Alan Rickman up top. There we are.
Yeah. Nice.
Cool.
So yeah, it's a really fun one. Did not expect to be getting that when I ordered a Stargate thing, but I was very excited nonetheless.
Yeah, that's cool.
John Cleese, that might have been.
Oh yes.
Oh, maybe this is John Cleese right
Harry
here.
Potter? I'm not remembering. Anyway.
CL, but almost looks like it goes into a Y. People's handwriting can just be funky. I don't know.
Yeah.
Get down, get funky.
Yeah, no. But no, that's something that I've been really excited to show everybody for a while. I can't wait to actually get it back up on this wall back here.
Yeah, that's good.
Whatchamacallit? I think this coming week we're gonna have a whole bunch of fun stuff. Probably not for Farscape 3 on tomorrow just yet, but we'll see. I'm gonna try to actually get this wall set up really quick. It'll be really fun.
Uh-oh, we're losing.
I ordered cat food on Amazon and got 2 free aprons. Hey, sometimes businesses are trying to get you to come back, and if I need another little thing, I'm definitely going back to them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, great point, Mike. There's got to be just collectibles like nobody's business around. Oh God, David. No Stargate clickbait. What's going on?
If you guys could excuse me for one moment.
Of course.
Uh-oh.
Monk said supposedly David Hewlett bought the SGA set at auction some years ago. Oh, like the whole damn thing? I wouldn't surprise me, honestly. That's his.
What do you do with it? You have to pay.
Something that he will. He'd probably use it as. If I were him, I'd use it as a studio, like a producing kind of area. Honestly, everybody's got podcasts now. Hey, come film in the back of Atlantis or something.
Mm-hmm. He must not have everything.
But outside of that,
imagine the whole Atlantis set. Maybe the main room. And yeah, that's a lot.
It's got to be the main room or like his office in the Atlantis set, his workspace in there.
Right. The control center.
Maybe like the control center or the botany lab or something.
Yeah.
His wife is now saying, "Get that bloody garage cleared." Okay, big parts of it. Cool.
Yeah. That's what I figured. I'm like, there's no way I have everything. Okay. Unless he's just renting out that studio space forever, which I don't think he would do that.
If he's going the podcast route, you'd have to have a lot of podcasts to pay for that one. But okay, just all the exciting things just kind of coming down a little bit. If y'all have any more ideas for fun little Mythic Fest things,
do we want to go with like a Stargate themed thing, or is it just whatever?
Just whatever sci-fi fantasy oriented. I like the Stargate idea, but I really liked the Fallout New Vegas thing. And that's an easy thing that maybe I don't think Greg will have the time to do something like that. Especially because Greg will probably be on lighting, if I had to guess. He'll probably be on the sound and light port during the middle of it.
Oh yeah, he'll be running things.
That I think that'd be a fun little thing. Like,
oh,
let's do it.
So, like, how long is it supposed to be, or it doesn't matter? I mean, it has to be under a certain time, I would imagine. But
typically, you have a 30-minute section with a 15-minute load in, load out time, or it's a 55 to an hour long section, with that 15-minute load in, load out on either side as well.
Okay, so like a 30-minute thing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or
so either half an hour or an hour. Well, yeah, it could be anywhere between half an hour to a full hour. Because last year, the play that I directed was this little fun sketch show and stuff. It's more stringent because that was in that Fringe festival that's going on right now. And that is you have 15-minute loadout time for both sides, like one 15-minute loadout time, including both ends of your thing. So you got about 7.5 minutes on either side to get your entire play there and load it out. And that's a lot. Especially because we like to do crazy plays. This, I feel like, will be a little bit more lenient, I would assume. And again, assuming, we make an ass out of you and me, but I'm assuming that it's probably about a 15-minute load in on either side,
Yeah.
Mike said, Stormy, I hope you brought enough treats for the class.
Yeah.
No, I did not. I have some chocolate-covered coffee beans. They're all mine. I'm very sorry. You'll have to stop.
You're all good.
I could use some of those today.
You probably need fluids. You might need
So I've been
some
I got my
margaritas.
water. Mhm.
The hydration stage.
There's water in that. We're absolutely positive there's water in that.
Mhm. It's water.
Okay.
Sure, we believe you. Of course it's water. What else could it possibly be?
I think if it was something
Good morning,
else, I'd be
Rita.
behaving a little differently.
We're not judging.
Plead the fifth.
Yeah. Plead
But
the
margaritas are so good. You can't just have one.
This is true. The local Irish bar around the corner from me now understands that thought process. Everybody else had Guinnesses in there. And I'm like, if I drank beer, I'd be twice as fat. No, just give me a margarita, please. Chocolate mint, literally. That's what I was about to say. My roommate had a birthday this couple days ago, and we got him a mint chocolate chip ice cream cake, and that has found its way around the house a couple times over the last few days. I need to go swimming immediately. Swimming, running, jogging, hiking, all of it.
Just get out of the house on the front door.
Something like that. Something like that. The flavored water.
It is actually. I got that. You squeeze in the little stuff.
That little Mio or whatever.
Yeah. Mio's. Yeah, that's what it is.
I guess all zaniness and fun craziness aside, all Mythic Festedness aside. I didn't press move. There we go. What y'all watch this week?
Oh, well, for me, it was totally down for Foundation. I did get caught up with Murderbot. I think that was it. That's about all I had time for. Was 2 seasons of Foundation and Murderbot catching up.
Yeah, me too. I got through Foundation. I'm just starting season 2 now, but been busy all week. Was going to maybe see Mission Impossible last night, but did other things instead, so, like drink margaritas. So I didn't watch the movie.
Didn't walk to the theater. Walk in the make it, too dark inside.
Just a couple margaritas, just waddle in the theater a little bit later. It's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Just try not to follow.
That's a lot of watching. Anyway. I need to watch. Well, hopefully this summer I can rewatch everything Alien. I need to rewatch. I need to rewatch all 3 Stargate series too. I'm overdue for a rewatch. I got to do that. So.
There you go. And Farscape.
Oh yes, Farscape.
And some Fireflies just to make it, yeah.
Just toss a Firefly in there. I just saw Fireflies are about to, or not about to, whatever. They're not extinct, but they're extant, like on the verge of extinction. Or maybe it's not extinction. Maybe it's they're no longer producing light because there's so much light already in the.
Oh, you mean the bug?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't think they're heading toward being threatened. Just because of habitat loss and climate change, but they illuminate a lot less because there's just less of them. They used to, you'd see lightning bugs, as we called them in Appalachia, from starting in like April, and they rolled through September. Now they have a much truncated lifespan. And they're in trouble. I don't think they're close to extinction. I may be wrong, but they're in trouble.
Maybe it's endangered and not extant or something like that. I don't remember the exact term.
Yeah, there's I think I forget the levels. There's like there's threatened. There's one level, and then there's endangered. So I think for like like a white rhino, those are endangered because they're probably less than 100 on the planet, or are they already extinct? I can't keep up these days. There's so many.
I think white rhinos are extant because it doesn't go like endangered, extinct, right there. Where endangered is like there's still enough of the population left, female and male wise, to repopulate. Extant is they don't believe that they can repopulate, and then extinction is they're gone, kind of deal. I believe I might just have random words in my head. I don't know anymore. I hope for the best and cross my fingers.
So, boy, is this a complicated list. So there's least concern, very low risk of extinction. That would be like
humans.
Yes, or a rat or a cockroach. Near threatened, likely to become endangered in the near future. Vulnerable, high risk of extinction in the wild. Endangered, higher risk of extinction in the wild. Critically endangered, highest risk of extinction in the wild. Then there's good old-fashioned extinct in the wild, only known to exist in captivity or outside their historical range. Extinct, no living individuals. Then there's two other classifications: data deficient, nobody knows, and not evaluated, nobody's looked at. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 levels of getting to extinction. And then there's two classifications where there's a lack of data or no one's really looked at it, which I guess is also lack of data. And it's called and this is officially called the IUCN Red List of Threatened Species is the scale. And there's
ICUIN?
It's IUCN Red List.
Oh, IUCN.
I'll post the link to Wikipedia in the chat if I can.
Okay. Yeah, I might have had to look up what extant meant during that time. The exact opposite of what I thought it was. Extant means that they're very good. They're not threatened at all.
Right.
The opposite of extinct. The antonym, you might say. Mike is saying white rhinos are classified as near threatened.
Near threatened. Okay.
Only humans can classify how dead via a list something is. Touche. But anything else y'all watched this week?
That was I watched something else and it was fucking amazing. It had nothing to do with sci-fi. It was Richard Attenborough's new documentary called Oceans. And it was Disney Plus. And the photography was awesome. Awesome.
That might be a good thing to put on for my niece here in a second.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, it's my God. How I mean, I can't imagine the production hours that went into capturing these images of these sea creatures. Like it was just fabulous. Watched it. I recommend it for everybody.
Hell yeah. Okay. I might actually turn it on in the next 20 minutes, depending on if the Wi-Fi is working again.
Or if we can set up. You mean?
Oh, okay. So there are only 2 female white northern rhinos left. Najin and Fatu are their names.
That's sad.
Sad, cool, amazing. Again, sad all at once.
All right, you guys. I got to get out of here in a couple minutes here.
All right. I'm speeding through. Farscape.
Oh.
I did not. I tried to catch up on Murderbot and fell asleep because it was like 11:40 when I tried to start it. Same thing. Well, first episode of season 4 of Resident Alien, I guess. It's been a slow week outside of that. I did go see Mission Impossible, which was awesome. I think that might have been it. It has been a busy kind of work week, just working around everywhere and doing things. The one thing I was going to say before we jumped out of here, he hasn't done a whole lot of sci-fi. He's done a couple. aka like the Fifth Element, etc., etc. But
Mhm.
did y'all see that this week? I know the whole. I'm not the biggest Monarch person, but one thing that Monarchs do that is pretty cool, at least in the UK, is they knight people. And Gary Oldman is now
yeah, I saw that.
Gary
Yeah.
Oldman.
Yep, that is cool. Yeah.
And that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
To end today, nominate one more person to tonight.
Oh God, I don't know.
It could be a female. We can always have another dame. We need
Yeah.
more dames or knights.
I don't know. Tom Hiddleston. Just throwing something out there.
Give him about another 10, 15 years, and hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why not?
Mhm.
I don't know. Brendan is Irish. Can you knight Irishmen in the UK? Is that a rule? You'll have to let us know.
Yeah, I don't know if you have to be. Has it always been people from the UK, or can it be anybody?
Well, the king
is it like specifically English or
Yeah.
Oh, Monk said David Tennant. Sir David Tennant would be pretty cool. Yep, you can. Okay, I'm going either Jared Harris or Brendan Gleeson as my nominations there.
Yeah.
Or what's his name? Cosmo. Actor named Cosmo.
There can't be a lot of them, I wouldn't think.
So, according to in the UK, there are no specific formal restrictions based on nationality, religion, or disability for knighthoods. But you do have to do something really special to get one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it could be a significant contribution to the arts or whatever, service, inspiration, or national, international level. But it has to be this art or whatever that you're doing has to be for the national benefit of the UK or highlights UK in a positive way.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Quest said apparently they're just tossing things out now because the mayor of London apparently screwed up London and got a knighthood. So I don't know. No say because I don't know much about the London politics of the world, but
yeah, I guess it doesn't have to be an actor.
Yeah, I was thinking that typically by tradition, the mayor of London always was knighted.
Oh, well, that would make sense as well.
I'm not sure on that. Jamie would know. Jay would definitely know, be able to give you a 20-minute dissertation on who is not worthy of knighthood, since he's like.
I think I love. I didn't mean Cosmo Jarvis. James Cosmo, Jared Harris, or Brendan Gleeson would be 3 good nominations, but they're all good nominations. I just saw a great nomination. Monk.
Oh, yes.
We need a Sir Ravens. In a big way. He's.
Oh. Did we lose him?
It only makes sense. There we go.
Oh, there he is.
Getting glitchy. I don't know.
Are we back?
I don't know.
Well, Sarah, who did you say again?
Oh, nothing. I didn't.
Oh, well,
I didn't say anything. Tom Hiddleston.
Oh, that's right. Stormy.
What was the question?
Who would you nominate as a knight if you could?
Mark Hamill, hands down.
Oh yeah, not a bad idea.
That was my next question. Americans only receive honorary knighthood. I was like, can he?
Yeah.
See, I want a dishonorable knighthood.
Let's start it. There we go.
You, sir, are dishonorably knighted. Thank you.
Honestly, that would be like a very American thing to do. Honestly, why don't we have those? Well, who did not think this up in the middle of the 1800s or something. to
Yeah.
start. Like, come on, y'all.
Your ability.
But all right, I believe that's kind of all the craziness for today.
Yeah. We might lose you soon. 'Cause you
we'll
keep
see.
kinda-
It's starting to
Mhm.
bail on us internet-wise.
Your connection's getting sketchier by the minute.
Yeah. Mhm.
The next, I couldn't even fake that one. I was starting to laugh. Daniel Craig,
Yeah.
Amanda Tapping, Ayo. The list of people who refuse knighthoods over the years is the true roll of honor. Damn right. Honestly, that sounds cool. I would like to look up that list sometime.
Yeah.
But speaking of lists, our laundry list for the week, our housekeeping, as we say.
Yes, we remembered the word.
I'm
Yes.
so glad I remembered. I was like, come on. We have, of course, Farscape on for you tomorrow. I don't believe we have any Stargate Outpost for you this coming week.
No.
So we'll see y'all next Wednesday for Stargate Outpost. Tomorrow, Patreon's Farscape Treon.
Mhm.
And hopefully we get a little Radical Wasteland going this Friday again. Greg had an MRI on his knees this past week. The plays have been messing with them. So y'all send some love Greg's way, y'all. And
Love Greg.
Mhm.
we'll see y'all soon. Hopefully. I mean, he's a ghoul. The ghouls just take the leg off and replace it. Right?
Whoa. Robot voice.
Off.
Talking about iRobot, I think really Harris is just a robot, and he's in dire need of an upgrade. He needs patched.
I'm Murderbot. All I've been doing is streaming TV. I haven't been upgrading or anything like that. Oops. We will see y'all again, of course, hopefully tomorrow for Farscape Treon. If not, we will see you sometime during this week. And if not, we'll see you back here this time next week for Sci-Fi Sundays. And y'all know the deal.
We know the deal.
Adios.
Noodles.
Take care of yourself.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
The internet and the buttons aren't working. Sarah was saying bye.
Oh, are we? It's saying we're live still.
We're still live.
No, I said, I cut you off in the middle of you saying bye, and I was like, oops. And I pressed like
we're
4 buttons.
still live. We're still live, aren't we? Okay, whatever.
Yes. So
I don't know
now
what's happening right now.
Everything is wrong.